Okay, the main reason I wanted to do this was because I had nowhere to store the parachute, and I really didn't want to fold them up and put them in the rocket. So, or hang them around somewhere. So I wanted something to protect them. Figured out to make this, to make these here, and keep them nice and flat. So when I'm going to use them, they're flat and they will open. And as you can see, I did these with the Kevlar line, and just put everything on the outside instead of just taping them to each little spot. Hopefully that'll make them a little more stronger. And there is CA in certain spots. It's not all the way down. It's just in certain spots that I put it on. So, and I did try it. I put some weights on them and, pretty much threw them up in the air. I haven't actually flown them yet, but I'm pretty sure that they'll be okay. Anyways, like I said, I just want to try to keep them flat and not all bunched up inside the rocket. And then you go to use them, and then sometimes they just don't open. So anyways, this is the main reason I wanted to put them in a portfolio, to keep them flat. And I figured, well, the nylon ones, the cloth parachutes, you don't have to worry about that too much. But, it's nice to have them in there anyways. Some place to store them. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and start making this, I guess you'd have to say a parachute holder or whatever, or part of my parachute portfolio, part of this that holds the parachute in place. Anyways, it's just a foam board bought over at Hobby Lobby for $3. So anyways, let me go ahead and get started here real quick. Okay, I got this little 15-inch parachute from Estes. And there it is right here. Let's see what it looks like. Cool. All right, very nice. So, here you go. I should use the whole thing or not. Maybe yeah, maybe no. Maybe no. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. That's 2 inches from there. Okay, it's 15 inches from there. The way I made the cuts on these things was with this little Tamiya micro saw. So I did was just put the edge right here, and where the line was, shove it in as far as it'll go, and then that's it. That's that line right there. That's all you need right there. Same thing here, right about here. Just go down as far as the little blade is. And there you go. Turn around, do the other side. Same thing. Okay. Because these are nylon, they're pretty fairly thick. Okay. All right, so it makes it kind of nice and tight a little bit there. And then of course in the back, of course you got the extra. You tie them all up. Just tie the back. You know it's going to come back off anyway, so just tie it loosely and be all right. No big deal. Just like that. And there you go. That's it. And that thing will hold, I don't know, you can probably put about, let's see, I don't know, you can probably stack about 6 of them on top of each other. But anyways, it'll be all nice and flat. And that's pretty much it for that. Let's just put this little piece of tape here. I got some of this, of course, this little Kevlar line right here. This part right here already has some CA on it. Of course, I just bought this Loctite one. Tied a knot in it. See, because it already has some right there. See, it's nice and stiff there. So, tie a knot in that. Turn it over. See, that's where we're going to have it this way. So, put the string on top. From one end here. To 3 more inches after that, right about here. Put a few drops of Loctite here. And strung this across like this. Put some of that on there, CA, and then I put some accelerator. Just like that. A little bit for it to dry. And right there, see where it's all nice and stiff there? And right there, just get my scissors and make a cut right here. And then that way. Then again here, made another knot. Put it right up against where the CA is. Okay, so I got both sides like this. I'm going to trim off a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and put a little more size light. Get a little more CA that's on here. Put it on there, just dab it over here. And of course, put some more accelerator on that so it'll dry up. Just dab it here a little bit. It gets it nice and stiff so that knot don't come out, of course, but then, you know, it's not going to be under any type of stress. Same thing on the other side. Some accelerator on it. That's pretty much it for right now. Let's see. Okay, next step on this here is to hot glue the back here. So about 3 inches. Just put some hot glue on here. A couple squirts there. And go ahead and just push it down right about there. Hold it there. Push it down, just kind of wiggle it around a little bit. And try to get on your fingers like I just did. And do the same on the other side. Okay, we'll see about 3 inches. Right about here. Okay, that got a good squirt on it. About there. Just wiggle it around a little bit. That bubble out of there, but it don't matter. Okay. And then just let it dry. Then that will be suitable for hanging it up. So that'll be like that. So you hang it up. You hang it up just like that. But we're gonna have to let it dry a little bit. Okay, and there it is right there. Okay, now that the line in the back is dry, right here, so you can hang it up. So it works out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put the other ones on here because I have got 4 of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them on top of each other. It looks pretty cool. It looks nice. There's 4 parachutes on there. Says you can probably put more on them, however many you got, and just flip it around. Really tight. They're not going anywhere. But that's pretty much it. The portfolio bag that I purchased I got it from Amazon. And the size of it is 48 inches by 36 inches. And the largest parachute I have is 58 inches. But in order to get it in there so I could, make it work, be nice and safe, it doesn't get damaged. So the portfolio wouldn't rip the parachute on the top. When I closed it up here on the top, I had to make this. Let's see. Okay, it's 36 up and down. So I had to cut this about 42 inches. Or I'm sorry, 32 inches by 44 inches, so I can get it to fit in there. Was this one here? I got this over at Hobby Lobby. Of course, it's like $12. It's a project board. It goes out. It's 36 by 48, and I needed to cut it down. What I did was I opened it up and I epoxied it open. Okay, I epoxied the seams once I opened it all up. Use some 30-minute epoxy. And then I cut it to the size I needed, which was the 32 by 44, so I can get it to fit in there. So as you can see the back right here. See it is. I did put some tape on it so it'll hold this up. You might want to put some. I was just thinking about this right now. You get the Gorilla Tape and put it wherever you need the tape. Just put some Gorilla Tape there and then put the tape over it. This way it'll hold it up. See, it's all tied up. See, I put the Gorilla Tape where these seams were at, where the foam board folded. That's it for that part. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this project board here. Foam board, of course, it opens up. So instead of gluing each of them together with epoxy, I'm going to go ahead and use my this little Gorilla glue gun here. Hot glue gun. Works really good. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and give that a try. Just got to let it cool down a little bit and should be all right. Okay, well, that worked out a lot faster than it did with the 30-minute epoxy, because it's on there. It's not folding down or anything. So it stayed pretty well, or it's staying pretty well, should I say. So anyways, let me go ahead and do the other side. Wait a few minutes, and that should be all right. Wow, I'm glad that worked out. And very fast. It takes about 5 minutes, and it's done. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is get one of these box opener blades and put some Gorilla Glue on the end of it so I don't get myself cut, hopefully. That there. And right here, so I can hold it. Let's see if it works. That'll work. Take a little work. It doesn't matter. You cut the paper. I'm gonna put more, put some Gorilla Tape over that. All right. No, that's it for right now. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around a little bit. Put some tape on it. Okay, I'm gonna leave a little bit because I want it to overlap. I want it to go over to the other side also. So it's gonna go ahead and put the Gorilla tape on there. Go ahead and flip that over there. Okay. I say just make it a little sturdier. That'll work. Okay, nice and rigid. Very good. Anyways, that's pretty much it. It's just got those little tabs sticking out. Okay, now we should have a flat board that's, put it inside, like I said, to keep it rigid so I can put the parachutes in with no problem without it folding up on me or having to use a table or putting something or laying down on the ground or whatever. But let's see what I got to cut it at. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and measure the portfolio. On the bottom of the portfolio, it says 47 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it in shorter at 46. Supposed to be 36. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, this thing says 34 and, well, about 35 inches. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and go for 34 and see how that goes. So this is what I was getting when I would pull out the last parachute, was when I would take this out, everything just falls down. And that's what I don't want. I want it to stay rigid. I want it to stay standing up so I can put everything back in with no problem. Okay, I went ahead and I cut about 1/2 inch on each side of this. So to give it a little more space. But anyways, and I also put some more tape. This one here in the center, these other two on the sides, to help it slide down more and not, I won't grab on here, but still, it's a little more. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put it inside there, and okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue that other board inside and see how that goes. Sit for a little bit and see if it, hopefully it'll stay together. The Gorilla hot glue gun is doing its trick. So, yeah, it's holding it up. Looks fine. It's holding it right up there. Okay, cool. Very good. Let's go ahead and put the parachutes back in for the last time. Until they're needed, anyways. Cool. Very nice. All right, worked out very well. Opens really nice, opens really good. All right, that part of it's done.